Beatbox.
Yo.
He checked the SEO. He is indeed the one and only.
I believe so. I don't know anyone else who goes by the name, so.
Okay. Man, that's another note I have to do. All right. Do we need context, or I imagine Napom speaks for himself?
Oh, I hadn't started out with the battles. I was starting out with the elim rounds from that tournament.
Okay.
Some of them that I brought in here. First one is Max. Max hasn't been performing great at battles lately. I think part of it is his style isn't the most conducive on mic in a stage setting. Very whistle heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ouch.
And then the next person I have pulled up is PJ. He's been getting more and more relevant in the competitive scene.
Okay.
So let me start this off. This is Max.
Second.
Oh.
Okay, we're good.
Okay.
Championship.
Perfect.
3. Beatbox. How you feeling? Nice.
Nothing wrong with working a crowd, right? Oh, damn.
Getting some of that speed in there.
That kick is really powerful.
You need to move.
Oh, yeah.
The flow and the groove.
I think his elim here was one of the best things he did throughout the tournament, for sure.
It's like very trap heavy almost.
And he's very good. He's getting better and better with switching in and out of his inward bass, as you can hear in some of that.
Yeah.
With the flow and the groove.
Damn.
Oh, yeah.
With the flow and the groove.
Oh my god. Fucking headbanger.
Oh, yeah.
With the flow.
That bass hits damn hard from what I can tell. I heard his fucking inward was pretty sick here.
Wow.
And that's
Jeez.
time! Give it up for Max!
Yeah. He didn't end up winning, of course. It was Footbox who ended up winning this tournament. Footbox G. But Max, I think, like I said earlier, the main reason he lost is his sounds just aren't great for this environment.
Sure. You can tell, like,
regardless, he did great.
Kick stuff got a little muddy. This might be one of the few instances where cupping the mic, for those who are unaware, cupping the mic is like an audio engineer's nightmare. It's just there's not much you can do with it. So because it
just blasts the mic with every frequency from your mouth.
Yeah.
And for some things that's good, especially in beatboxing. There are some times where you really do want to be blasting like your basic drum sounds into the mic so that they're audible, or just sound better. But yes, it's not great for every sound, and it's not great for every combo for sure.
Give me 1 second. My wife just honked.
Yep.
Listen, there's a price to working in your PJs.
Yeah.
There's a price. All right.
But yeah, overall, Max had a very powerful, very bass heavy elim, and his inward bass really hit hard there. And I think it was one of his better performances recently in battles. The level's insane in battles, so even insane beatboxers like Max have tough streaks.
I wanted to go over this thing again, because like usually when you hit fast, you don't hit hard, and when you hit hard, you generally don't hit fast. And that's not true here. Like,
Oh, you need to move.
like that's fucking disgusting. It's super good.
Yeah, I think he's doing a lot of sort of I think there's some sucker punch in there, the tongue hitting
cool sound.
Hitting the top of the mouth as you breathe in. It's one of the ones that I'm not great at.
Yeah. It's like nothing beats like or is it like, you know, when we're like, it's nice to see beatboxers do the same thing, except mine is significantly louder as an opera singer, so it's much harder. Like if I'm cleaning the dishes and I'm like, no, and my wife is like, shut the fuck up. Anyone in the house is shut the fuck up. So, but like these sounds still hit hard. It's really crazy.
I think specifically he's using a lot of sort of low heavy inward percussive sounds. So like sort of more in the kick sphere of things is what I mean by low heavy.
Sure.
And so he's using like I believe in there, the sort of saying THP but inward. I don't know the exact combo he's doing just because I'm not super familiar with his specific tech. But yeah, he's doing a lot of heavy hitting low stuff that just sounds super powerful on that mic.
It's fucking nuts to me. I just like, it's people keep leveling up. Like I haven't done videos on beatboxing for like a couple months, and then everyone's just on another level. The sound change, like, I mean, this community is it's fucking ridiculous.
Every few months, I feel like every high level beatboxer learns some new sound, like at least twice a year, if not more often, and then that just escalates, man.
It's fucking outstanding.
Really is. And the fluidity people can have between so many sounds, it takes so much work to just get fluidity, say, between throat bass and your regular voice. You know, that's something that I've trained a lot. And like,
1 second, what's the tournament here? I gotta change the stream title.
Sorry, Beatbox World Champs.
Beatbox. Because I had the title as 3H versus Napom, but that's only one thing. And so that's clickbaity.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Okay.
But like, he's very easily able to switch between like his inward and his singing and his throat bass and all of his tech sounds and all of his various oscillations of lip tissues that he uses, because there are a few of them.
That's something. That's a statement.
Yeah, I mean, there's like buzz. There's a bit more of a type buzz that he uses. There's lip rolls that he uses. So there's a lot of different forms there.
I personally enjoy the art of the fart. There you go. Everything's a fart noise when you make it at a bass. So All right, let's go to the next here. And
Yeah,
you said he
next
didn't
one.
win. Oh, this was elimination. So
Yeah, this was elims. He got past elims, but he did not make it past the next round. I believe he lost to. Was it Maddox he lost to here? I believe he lost to Maddox.
Not a terrible person to lose to, right there.
Yeah. And then Maddox went on to face another of the Maxes in the tournament, Pac Max. And that's a good one, but we'll get to that when we get to it.
Sure.
Here's PJ, who is from the Czech Republic. He uses that high-pitched lip buzz a lot. Vocalized lip buzz.
Ooh, the transitions between the two are really cool.
Oh, yeah. And he uses a double voice here. Like the 2H double voice, not the polyphonic that, like me and Stitch use.
Probably just changed the time signature.
Personally, I'm just not a big fan of the more 2H-esque, the double voice as opposed to the polyphonic voice, but that's just like a personal preference thing. The frequencies don't mesh as well for me.
For sure.
But this dude's fucking insane.
Fucking crazy. The fuck? What the fuck?
That double voice control is wild, dude. Like I said, I'm not personally that big a fan of that sound, but like, holy shit, the control.
Yeah, he uses it. He uses it fucking really well. It's fucking nuts, man.
Oh yeah. That sound first came about in 2017, when 2H started doing it. He saved it to try to win a GBB, and then Alexinho heard him do it once.
Oh no!
A little bit before the tournament, and
no.
figured out how to do it and countered him, and ended up knocking him out of the tournament.
That's fucking unfortunate. Jeez, and he just learned
it's a legendary.
Alexinho. Fuck, man.
Yeah, it's one of the most legendary moments in like beatbox counter history, if not the most legendary. He
Alexinho's
he had started doing like a drum and bass beat, and then stopped, put on the double voice, and was like, "Come on, 2H, we just want to vibrate," and then like hit him with a super hard sucker punch combo, and then they just gave it to him.
It's the worst, man. I mean, like, not
even,
really. It's
even
the
though
best,
2H did a
like...
2H smashed that round. His performance was flawless. It was just that counter was too good.
See, this is me not knowing how battles work. Give
yeah.
me 1 second to fuck with the fucking messed up all my vertical shit.
Ooh.
Which is fine. It's like not a big deal. I'll fix it later.
Okay.
Won't be any short form for this little session, but that's fine. Yeah. I think let's listen to one of them through, and then just like pick your pick your times where you want to go over it. Because I think that is a pacing of the video that makes a bit more sense.
All right.
But I understand the temptation. Like I do it too. That's a criticism I get all the time. Is like, stop pausing. I'm like, but it's so good. Like I get it. It's fucking hard to resist.
100%. Then I'm down for very good with that.
While you set the next one up, I'll just go over comments here.
Yeah.
Max said he's not competing for a while because he pays so much for travel and doesn't get enough time to sound check. Yep.
Yeah.
You know, the people who run events are really, really young. So, you know, they don't have a lot of experience with it inherently, but if they don't do it, you know, who is? Right?
Yeah.
Like beatboxing is not something that's taken seriously enough. So it has to be people from the community, and that inherently means no experience. So,
yeah,
you know, that'll have to get better over time. Luckily, I think it is. I mean, the pressure on GBB.
Oh yeah,
and
for sure.
Beatbox, so.
What's his Ivory Nexer Parker is the guy who did EBBC and Vocal Total. And so far from what I've heard, he's like the best organizer out there.
Yeah.
And he really, really takes care of all the artists.
Yeah, having done like a few shows in Philly, it's like it's way harder than you think. Because here's the other problem: artists are not usually on top of their shit.
Yeah,
it is not a common thing where like they show up on time.
Artists tend to be neurodivergent more than other people in other careers, and that means they may have some deficits in, you know, organizational skills or planning or it. I'm there.
Yeah, I mean,
I understand.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, kudos to. Here's the thing that I really respect though among the community. You know, Swiss Beatbox is starting to charge more. They're claiming videos and all that, but people aren't complaining, which is good because how else are you gonna? If you demand that people pay the artist, they need to make the money for that to be a thing, and they are. And I thought that was a good move. And I haven't seen a lot of criticism about that. Maybe I'm just like not looking in the right places. But anyway, I see the effort of people putting on shows getting like the level is getting higher. So it's hard to keep criticizing. But certainly, you know, like there's only a handful of those. So Max not wanting to compete because of travel and all that stuff. You know, that's going to be a while, I think, before that's really solved.
Yeah.
All the Maxes were in the same bracket. That's funny.
Yeah. Pac-Max, there was potential for Pac-Max, I think, to go against all three of the Maxes. or both of the other two Maxes. But I don't think he even ended up going against, or did he go against Maxo? I forget.
It's funny. Because, like, like, to me, that's like, going back to things being well run, if producers knew their shit, there would be a Max only round.
Yeah.
Like, gotta be Max. Fucking
Max versus Max. And then after Max wins, he has to go against Max.
It's a good idea to put that together, I think.
It would be hilarious.
Wanted to get to more. All the Maxes are in the same bracket. Salut. Hello, Sebastian. I just said that like I was Canadian. Salut. Yeah. Legendary battles, the second round. Both were epic. Can you turn the volume up? That's a good question. Can you talk for a second?
Hello, I am currently speaking. I am testing your audio by
You're
speaking
good.
into my microphone. Okay.
Yeah. I'm actually surprised it's not coming in twice because you're on the Discord audio, but it works. I'm fine on the Twitch end. Thanks, man. How you doing, Bugs? Thanks for making the time, by the way, Bugs. I appreciate that. This for those who don't know, if you're on Twitch, the Bugs Are Bad is a fucking hilarious streamer, variety streamer, formerly a League of Legends main, as far as Twitch is concerned. But, you know, then, you know, he made the mentally healthy decision to just stop playing League of Legends. So
True. Honestly, best decision you've ever made.
I
know.
Every single therapist, their intake form has to be like, do you play League of Legends? Alongside, like, do you smoke weed recreationally? How much do you drink? How much do you play League of Legends? Like, these are important questions.
100%. All equal level of importance for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, so the bugs are bad. Phenomenal streamer and a really good friend of mine. And I can't wait to gotta go to Jersey again and see you. I'm not gonna drop his first name, but I feel it. Insert first name here. Okay. There should be a separate type of therapist for League of Legends players.
Honestly, it's a different kind of mental anguish.
Yeah, and he actually plays, League, well enough. Like I'm shit tier League. I play Sivir and kill a lot of minions and then run away. Like that's all I know. So
I only know how to jungle. If you put me in a lane, I would be surprised if I can hit silver. Well, I don't know about surprised. Depends on the lane, but I feel you there.
Let's go to the next one.
Yes, I have a river pulled up here. His elim.
Okay.
I don't. Let me start this. I don't remember if this is what he used for his GBB elim,
Beatbox battle,
but we'll see.
Championship.
Gotta love the echo.
Since you walked
It
away,
is.
My thoughts are imprecise. I admit I think it back. Still.
Okay, give it 1 second here. Anya, stop it. Yeah, he's coming in twice. That's what I was worried about. You are. It's my audio settings.
Okay.
Can I turn the volume up? Yeah. We'll do that. I think it's also my thing there. Let me change the monitoring. It's been a long time since I've done this. I've been trying to use Discord audio to separate some of the scene switches, but it hasn't really worked out. Monitor off. Monitor off. Desktop audio. Monitor only? No, that wouldn't be desktop. Let's do monitor only. And let me tune into the stream because I want a feedback loop very desperately. Say something here quick.
I am currently speaking to test your audio with Discord, your stream, etc.
Okay. Very good. And then let's get the levels for watch together real quick.
All right.
There we go. All right. Yeah, I had it side chained. Okay. Yeah, I fixed the monitoring shit. Thanks a lot, y'all. Like, this is I always fuck around
It's a
with
little
everything.
scuffed.
Yeah. It's like, I could have just used the shit that I was using with Eclipse, but I fuck around with everything. I'm like, oh, I can do this and make my life more difficult. Phenomenal. That's a great idea. Anyway, that should solve the audio issue with the desktop. So let's get into the
Get back into River?
Yeah, let's fucking guy 1 GBB 23, right?
Yep. And did he make it to, I think he was in the semis for this tournament, but he got knocked out by Black Roll.
He's coming collapse a run for the money when it comes to when it comes to that mustache.
Yeah, he's been working on it.
Yeah.
He's changed his vibe a lot since since GBB 21. And he's just gotten better and better since then. It's been really amazing to watch. But I'll go ahead and start this because as you've already heard, with that beautiful, beautiful voice. It's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
And this is his GBB 23 elim as well.
I was saying there's no audio from the video. Let's see. Should be. Welcome to live streaming.
Woo. If something's going wrong, well, you have to fix it live on air.
Okay, try that again.
I'll rewind a little bit.
Precise. I admit I think it
Okay, try that
back.
again.
Still precise. Since
I think that works out, right? Has echo again. Okay.
My thoughts are.
Give me 1 second. I'll fix that by just fucking eliminating Discord audio as a thing. And that'll be the solution there.
Mm.
There.
And I rewound it a little.
For sure. Okay, that should fix that. Let's try that.
Okay.
Since you walked away, my thoughts are in paradise. I admit I can't get
Very slow
back still.
Very
It's
slow.
hard to live without your eyes.
The mic technique.
Turning the mic sideways to catch the lip roll better. Lots of little things.
It's hard to live.
Kind of reminiscent a little bit of.
It's hard to live without your
Yeah, for sure. The multi-spit snare combos in there.
Oh, God, I love her so much.
Yeah.
The confidence is unreal.
Give it up for River.
'Cause it's
Seriously.
Yes, it's the difference with like. There's a difference between confidence and bravado. One is earned, one is put on. I think we all know where River falls into that.
Oh yeah. He every second of that was earned. He there are sections of this. I think he does some of the I think there are little bits that he added more of in his GBB elim, but it was the same track. And
You were pointing out the multi-snare thing. Can we actually take a look at that? Because I don't know what that is.
yeah, let me right here. This it's not a spit snare exactly. It's very similar to a spit snare. The technique he's using, he also there's a snare that he uses. I think it's called like it's a snare that's named after someone. I think it's like the Beat Rhino snare, something like that. where I can't really describe it well because I don't know how to do the sound, but it's one of his like signature things that he used back in 21 when he, got second place in GBB. Now there are these little moments, if you listen very carefully to what he's about to do, there will be 2 or 3 points where he does a multi-snare, a little tiny multi-snare with that little, but like very, very quickly, one after the other, multi-snares. So, oh yeah, that.
Oh, that
Bum bum bum.
I didn't realize that
each
was
of
a
those
fucking snare.
I'm pretty sure those are each hit there is actually a triplet.
Yeah, it's a triplet in the time, but I had no idea it was a fucking snare because I was like, that hits harder than a lot of hi-hats.
No, I meant
what
like
you'd expect from hi-hats.
Each of those snares, each of what sounds like one snare, he does the multi-snares in a triplet, but each multi-snare is a triplet in itself.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
And it's, that's one of the crazy, that's one of those crazy little details that he adds in there that just no one else can do.
That's why I love like when I can get someone like you on, like it's people are like, oh, the judging is biased. I'm like, actually they're just hearing shit that you're not.
Yeah, that is honestly a huge amount of it. Is the less you know about beatboxing, the less you know what to look for.
Yeah,
and the less you know, like, the less you know the difficulty of something. I won't spoil too much, but there was a round between River and Napom in GBB 23 where Napom pulled out a counter to something River did, and a lot of people thought he should have won because of it. I wholeheartedly disagree. And I think the people who do think Napom won would be terrible judges for the most part. Because he spoiled some other stuff in his round to make that counter work.
Gotcha.
Now, the question is, we don't have too much time. Do you want to go over Footbox's elim, or do you want to go over the battle between Maddox and Max? Because I will say, the Maddox Max or Pac Max, not Max. The Maddox versus Pac Max battle is one of the highlights of the tournament.
Let's do because it's on the thumbnail. Let's do the 3H and Napom.
3H and Napom.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. For some reason that's not in the playlist or something. Weird.
I will actually have to go through and edit these. Avoidable. Scripts won't work with the order of these things. It's tantamount to, I haven't done this in a bit. But I also think the fucking framing is off. So again, like, how do I tinker with OBS when no one wants to see me tinker with OBS?
Okay, I'm about to. There we go. I didn't have it added yet because Okay, it wasn't on the playlist because it was released more recently than I was doing things with that playlist. There we go. Here's the 3H versus Napom.
World Championship.
Now let the battle begin in 3. Come with me and you'll see I live in a world of I don't give a fuck, bitch.
Yeah, this is just chest-based cop snare pretty much so far. Vocalized.
Classic Napom lip rolls.
Gotta pull him out early, I feel like. Because if he pulls it out in the finals, everyone's just going to be like, oh, it's Napom.
See,
Yeah.
I still live in a world of I don't give a fuck, bitch.
He's using sucker punches here. Classic Napom lip roll combos.
We attach it.
It's so clean.
Yeah,
The articulation is like fucking on point.
100%. And then I think the last sound he really used there was just vocalized lip bass. But I don't use lip bass and he does, so his is much stronger than mine.
I feel like he had an opportunity to have a different word rhyme on the I don't give a fuck, but then he would have given a fuck, and then it's less compelling. Like it's funny, a lot of beatboxers are so used to this sound, like was it I'm a headbanger, you know, when that
bunch of
Yeah, like
a bunch of headbangers
where you have to always have you always have to be like halfway to a throat bass if you're gonna say anything. Yeah.
Yeah,
That started because of Pash, the Mad Twin, I believe.
Okay. That sound.
He just started doing that whenever he rapped, and then everyone started copying him because it's easier to just do that than it is to develop an actual unique, good sounding rap voice because it's harder than people imagine.
Yeah, I was gonna say like it because that sound is so popular. I think people are struggling with just singing. Like like Napom. It's not like he went crazy flat. Like it's maybe 1 cent at most, which is like nothing most people would ever hear. But it's like, I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm a curmudgeon because like that's what I'm used to. But if the tension isn't being used very specifically, intentionally, it kind of throws me off a little bit. But that's totally a bias because in classical music and, you know, older styles of jazz and older musical theater stuff, you retract the false folds. And so when you make that like, we a bunch of headbangers, that sound comes from an adduction where classical would be an abduction. So boosh, boosh, right?
Yeah.
So like people make their lives more difficult, I feel like, with that one. But that's again, I could just be like maybe this is the equivalent of get off my lawn.
I think as someone who's, you know, a little bit more in tune with things there, beatboxers in general, I feel like so many of them avoid using their voice at all.
Yeah, that's the vibe. Other than Gene.
Yeah, but like especially in the not in the lower levels of beatboxing, there are a lot of beatboxers. Here's a great example of someone who is at a higher level. In GBB 23, Ice was a competitor. Abo Ice, Saudi Arabian beatboxer, crazy shit. Whenever he said something as part of a routine, it was either sort of that voice that you were talking about, or it was like a whisper. Like a heavy, louder whisper, but like that's when it comes to online battles, that's what everyone is doing, is just whispering loudly into their microphone.
Yeah,
the lyrics that they want to say.
Yeah. I think Virio in the comments saying edgy lines, boxer, least favorite cliches, and I agree. I've just seen so much of it, and I want to see something different. But
yeah,
you have to bounce. So. This will actually be fun.
We can finish the video.
Okay.
Might as well.
Right.
But I won't give as deep analysis. I'll just point out some things here and there.
Time. my crew don't play. This is cyber, we don't play. Go on, secure, right, okay. Fling on this all night, all day. Bring my crew, pump it. This is cyber, we don't play. Bring on, pick a right, okay. Bring on deep on night,
Technically, very solid, but timing issues.
For sure. Actually, wouldn't have noticed.
It was mostly at the beginning. He's fixed them by now.
I love this style of bass.
The click roll? Yeah, I wish I could do it.
Okay, counter.
This is cyber, we don't play. Go on, secure, right, okay. Fling on this all night, all day. Bring my crew, pump it. This is cyber, we don't play. Bring on, pick a right, okay. Bring on deep.
Always reminds me of like Movie Time.
I don't know that off the top of my head.
Oh. Those clucks have so much resonance to them. Holy shit.
Oh. I don't believe those were actually clucks. I think that was vocalized, and he was just sort of stuttering it.
Okay.
With a very
it's still
open
fast
mouth.
glottal stops.
Yeah,
it's very quick.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
Because like it definitely, I've heard a similar sound from what's his Batako. Japanese beatboxer battled Codfish in 2018. But specifically in that Batako versus Codfish, he used a similar technique to that. He was doing the glottal stop slower, but he was adding in between.
Okay.
Which would be more what you were hearing initially with this.
Sure.
Of course, another thing to point out, 3H's lip rolls weren't nearly as clean as Napom's, but I mean, the pattern was okay for sure. That was an all right counter, but countering Napom's lip rolls is always going to be all right at best.
Yeah,
so it's like a mid-battle move in the first place.
I remember when Alem tried to do You Can't Roll Like This, and it was fine because it's Alem, but he can't roll like that.
Yeah, no, it's true. He can't.
Yeah.
There's a reason Napom says it.
Yeah.
There are very few people who can roll like him.
Yeah.
Hold on, my cat is currently yelling. Let me let her out real quick.
Yeah. So, by the way, just for folks who might be watching, and also active in the chat, well, let me actually get that up because I use multi-streaming, so like,
alrighty,
y'all can't see each other, but, yeah, when he was singing, he was out of time. I agree with that observation, and the reason why whenever Bugs points it out, I listen to it a little bit harder because he's a drummer, so like he's gonna notice these things a lot more.
Yeah.
Someone said D'Lo uses his own voice all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. High level beatboxers often use their voice all the time, but like if most people who are in the stream right now probably have not seen many Discord battles. And that's what represents the actual majority of people who beatbox in the online or in the scene, just because there's a bigger scene online than there is in person. And yeah, it's extremely common for people to just not really use their voice besides inward bass and throat bass.
I think it's also
maybe
like,
chest bass.
In bands, timing relies on me. Yeah, drummers. I just use MIDI quantization because I'm lazy. But it's like, even though D'Lo uses his own voice, like there are only a handful of people I'm like, that's good singing. And they're not many. But it's not exactly the same skill set. And for the people who want it in their music, they generally do a pretty good job. I think like oftentimes we were saying that beatbox groups are better than a cappella groups. 100% agree. Like when the instrument is your voice and you can make a gajillion sounds with your voice, like the artistic options are more available. And, you know, but in that context, you also have to sing. And some people do.
Yeah.
But 5 minutes over. So, and there's plenty for me to work on here because the way that you're making observations is closer to the way that I make my own reactions. So, and that's very different than what I was doing before with Beatbox. So I'm going to edit it a bunch and I'll see what I feel is good in the edit and I'll get back to you because I don't want you to not be able to stop and do an in-depth comparison.
Yeah.
So I'll do that and maybe make some cool transition. I need to fix the OBS shit. Anyway, time for some nerd video shit, which I like. Does your stream now? Yeah.
100%.
Yes, stream ends now. I try to keep them short so I can improve and then.
Pushkar in the YouTube chat for sure, 100%. It wasn't a very strong like glottal stop that 3H was doing, but it was very fast. Yeah. That was the notable thing there.
Okay, Anya. All right, I gotta feed this animal before she eats me.
Alrighty, have a good one.
Thanks for